Hello, Simone. I hope you're doing well. You're not too hot. And this is a recording of the last two sessions. So, the first session I'm going to start with, well, not this week, not yesterday, but last week. And it was on Wednesday because we had to reschedule. So, we started, be careful when you say the air conditioning. It's quite common for people, some people to leave Brazil to a colder country during the hot season because you guys are dealing with a really, really hot temperature. You guys also deal with a skin cancer. It's going to the roof. It's going nuts. It's going crazy. Okay, it's insane. Okay, it's the summer is insane. The heat is insane. Okay, the bill is basically you can ask for the bill at the restaurant, or bill, the electricity bill, or the phone bill, etc. We talked about, the Zika virus, and it's quite important to have. Uh, she was talking about some kind of a. I hope I'm not leaving this page because I was uploading a video on YouTube. Come on. It's from the New York Times, and this woman went to Brazil. She's pregnant. She was pregnant at that time, and she had long sleeve shirts, and also she was using the Exposis Extreme. Okay, so using a lot of products in order to not being bitten by the virus or the mosquito. That's better to say that. So anyway, to come back to the transcript, we have this: when someone is pregnant, you can also use, I'm all about the natural stuff, that, and you can find great protections, sun lotions in order to protect your skin not being uh, bitten by different mosquitoes. You can use coconut oil with essential oils. It can be lemon or mint, whatever. You mix everything. And you were talking about your white hair, but I think it's fine during your pregnancy. You can, avoid to stay. I mean, you can just try to stay away from any kind of chemicals, which is good. And but you have an alternative, which is a natural alternative, and it's henna. You were talking about your swollen feet. I said legs, but those are the swollen feet, and they swell. To swell is to become bigger. It's water retention, so be careful of the salt, your salt intake. Some people say that you rub cucumber on your legs, on your feet. You can release a bit of water. I don't know what they say. Drink a lot of water, but at the same time, do not eat a lot of salt. You can eat some, but not as much. Cheese has a lot of hidden salt, just so you know. You were talking about one of your friends who gave birth, and she was also complaining about the swollen feet or swollen legs. Not easy, to be pregnant. And I recommended you to watch the video Idiocracy. You can find it now for free online. The retirement is becoming an issue in Brazil, in a lot of countries, because there are many unemployed people and they cannot participate to the nation, to the community, to their community, and help the older generations to, just to go retire. Okay. In America, the retirement plan is a 401k, meaning you plan all your life, you save yourself, and you don't wait for anybody to do that for you. Versus is also the contraction is vs. Okay, versus, against. So the virtual world versus the real world. And the millennials, to solve the generation basically, but I'm not like that because I have a kid, but you have a lot of Americans are like in their 30s, early 40s, and they tend to blow a lot of money. Okay, to blow a lot of money is not to, no, it's to spend a lot of money. Okay. To blow a lot of money. Okay. To blow a lot of money is to spend a lot of money. And you have a generation like that of people, they don't really have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of money. They share their apartments. They tend to live in big cities, expensive cities, and they share their apartments. They're cheap, but they blow a lot of money on stupidities, gadgets, stuff like that. So, you know, they they don't understand the real world, all the different responsibilities. And there is a time when you have to wake up and also think about, well, your future. We basically talk about that. That was a main topic, main topics, let's say. The next one, I mean, the last session we had to do, we did. I sent you this file, which is English, the American way, and we did some stuff here. To be diabetic, I have diabetes, and to be diabetic, that's the expression. There's a guy with a motorcycle going back and forth in my street. So some people, they just don't know what to do. Anyways, let's try to get focus here. Janet Jackson is a woman who just gave birth. She's 50. She has the best, doctors. She doesn't have to worry about that. So, it's her life, it's her body, and she's right to do whatever she wants. Okay, she's not gonna have to wait for people's criticism in order to, make some decisions. You have to understand as well, when I mean, you understand that, but many people, they criticize, but then they don't understand where you're from. And the Jackson family has been messed up by being under the spotlight for, well, all their lives, and I think we owe them some privacy. Elegant, elegant. To take off. Okay, to take off is quite interesting. Taking off. The plane can take off, go up, and the landing is the opposite. But you can also take off your shoes. Okay, take them off. Take off my shoes every night. I take my shoes off every night. Let me see if I have the file here. That's here. So I'm going to show you something. That's my file. And we have the separable and non-separable phrasal verbs. Okay, so separable phrasal verbs, we have I took my shoes off, or I took off my shoes. Both are fine. They say here, however, when a pronoun is used instead of a noun, we have a noun here. We have a pronoun them. The pronoun must be placed between the verb and the particle. So I took them off. I took off them. You're not going to say that. La, la, la. No, I took them off. So we don't have the noun. We just replace this noun with a pronoun. But in one type of sentence, separable phrasal verbs must be separated when the phrasal verb has two subjects. So we have one subject here. She put a blanket on. She put on a blanket. Okay. She put a jacket on. She put her shoes on. To take them off, and you put them on. Okay. But if we have two nouns, she put a blanket on the bed. Well, we need to separate everything. Okay. The non-separable phrasal verbs. Sorry. A bit tired. So they cannot be separated by their object. So he ran into a tree. And he ran a tree into. No, we're not gonna say that. So let's start with come from. Coming from, came from, come from, comes from, etc. So when you come from a place, you were born there or you lived there previously. When you come from a family or social situation, your past experience helps to explain your present attitudes and behavior. Behavior with an additional U here in British English and Canadian. Mike comes from Alaska, so he's used to cold weather. Jane had a difficult childhood. She came from a broken home. To come from, when something comes from a source, that is where it is originated. The word admiral comes from an Arabic word. The mechanic heard a strange sound coming from the engine. Okay. To figure out, figuring, figured, okay. It figures. Figure out, the object can be a noun or a noun clause. When you figure out something such as the answer to a question, meaning you find this problem solved, you find the solution, means like, well, when you figure something out or you figure out something, you find the solution to a problem or why a person is a certain way or acts a certain way. You think about and succeed in understanding it. Joe is so hostile all the time. I can't figure him out. I can't figure him out. I looked everywhere for my keys, but I couldn't figure out where I put them. To understand, to problem solve. To give back, gives back, giving back, give back, given back, that's a past participle. To give back is when you return something to someone. You give it back. Can I use your pen? I'll give it back after the test. Timmy gives that toy back to your sister right now. Okay, to bring back, to give back. Look for, to look for something. When you look for things or people, you try to find them. Looked for you at the party, but I didn't see you. So I looked for you at the party, but I didn't see you. Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for 303 Main Street. Put on, to put on, putting. When you place something on or apply something to your body and you put it on. I put on my new dress before going to the party. Eric forgot to put suntan lotion on, and now he's as red as a lobster. So he didn't protect his skin. So now he had a sunburn, as we say in English, a sunburn. Put on, when you place something on or apply something to another surface, you put it on. I put the book on the table. Okay, we have two nouns here, so we're going to separate the verb. It's not always the case, but it's better like that. Jerry put too much fertilizer on his lawn, and now he has to cut it twice a week. Put on, when you attach or affix something to another thing, you put it on. The Wilsons put a new roof, that's the last name of the family, a new roof on their house last year. To put on. Okay. Sorry about that. I told the tailor that the guy was going to make different suits and dresses, custom made, handmade. I told the tailor to put red buttons on the dress he's making for me. To attach, to put on, okay. Put on, when you put on weight or you gain weight. Did you see Mike? He's put on so much weight that I didn't recognize him. I need to go on a diet. I've been putting on a lot of weight lately. So to put on a lot of weight lately. Two more definitions. Put on, when you organize or perform something for other people's entertainment, such as a play or a concert, you put it on. The club put on a show to raise money for the party. That opera hasn't been put on in more than 200 years. It's not as common here. And the last one, put on, when you put people on, you kid or tease them. You won the lottery, you're putting me on. You're joking, right? Don't put me on. Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth. And something done with the intention of fooling or deceiving people is a put on. So it's a noun as well. It didn't really win the lottery. It was all a big put on to impress his girlfriend. To run into, okay, we'll see that again. To run into is, you have different options here, but let's just stop here. To come back to, where is it? It's here. So we're going to do, I hope you're going to be able to see everything. Maybe I should send you another file for that. I'll make another file for it because the screen is not really big. I cannot change. Let me see. No, it's not gonna work. I may need to send you another file. So I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna send you another file just for English the American way. Okay? Talk to you soon.